This will be video number 2 for the nightstand drawing, and we've already completed the top and the front view. We just have the right side view left, and I'm going to go to my object layer. And again, just like we did coming down from the top view to the front view, now I'm going to go from the front view to the right side view off of this top right corner of the endpoint. I'm not going to click. I'm just going to hover over that till my snap shows up and then drag across. So I have this green dashed line, create some spacing, and now I can come down. My depth is 18. And notice I'm just coming down past the bottom here. I'm just going to do the same thing coming across until I get to this edge. You could draw a line if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter either way. Should stop at your perpendicular point, and if it doesn't, you can just go past, and then we can trim this out. Just like this. So this will be the start of our right side view. My top is 1.5 inches. And my front, I'm going to offset 3/4. Okay, a lot of this is just going to be transferring points over from front view to the right side view. So drawer front, it's just going to come to here. We can do this with our drawer front. We've got our door. It gets a little bit confusing because you've got a lot of lines that you're looking at, but I will show you how we trim that out. Okay, so now we're ready to trim, and we're going to start down here. All of these lines we can trim off. If it leaves lines on your front view, just come in here and delete them. And then we just need to create our spaces. So we'll trim this, this, this. So this will be my drawer front. This will be my top. I've got a door, and I've got a space here that I need to get rid of. These lines are going to go all the way to the back edge. And we'll trim here. Save. Now we want to have this same little arch on our base as we have on the side views we have on the front view. I'm just going to copy this. So if I copy these two items from this corner, I can copy it to right here. I can come back and grab this arc from the bottom right corner and copy it to here, and then I just have to trim to get that out of there. And I missed. So let me try that again. These two from this corner to this corner. That looks a little better. So we can trim this out. Now I've got my base on my right side. So after this, I don't have a lot left. We're going to offset 1/4 inch on the back because we will have a 1/4 inch plywood back. I'm going to make this a hidden line. Trim to the bottom of my carcass. I do have a, like we did on the front view, my carcass needs to come into my top 3/4 inch, so 0.75, and then this will come all the way over to the back. Trim this out. These will be hidden. And then I have a face frame, so I need to offset 0.75 to show the thickness of that. And I can copy this line over, just like that. We do have our drawer. So I will have hidden lines that go from here. And they're going to start right on the front of the face frame and go back. So we're going to go from the hidden lines on the drawer. We're going to start on the front of the face frame and take them back. And then now I can offset 16 inches from front of the face frame, the very front of my cabinet, to the back, because my drawer is 16 inches deep. One trick here to trimming. If I trim here, notice it's going to stop at this line, but if I can zoom in to where I push this off to the side of my screen, and now I come trim these, it gets, well, it's supposed to. Should get rid of everything. Maybe my trick doesn't work. Usually if it's not in your screen, it's not going to. It's going to trim those off so you won't see them. But all that goes on the hidden line. You may have a shelf in here if you want to put one in there, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. Really, this is all that you need to do. Now, for this drawing. Now, make sure that you're still here and paying attention, because this is just the start of what you need to do if you're designing your own project. You've got your top, your front, and your right side view. Now I would take this and I would explode this out. So I would make several copies, maybe of this front view. And what I can do is I can get rid of everything but my doors. So I can use this, and now I've got doors that I can work off of. And really these doors are the same, so I only need one. I can use this to kind of explode out, figure out what the size of my center panel is, each of my rails and stiles, and create measurements for that so that I have a drawing that looks something like this. And we would add our measurements to it. So we know what we're working with, we know what our sizes are. Same thing over here. Maybe I just want my face frame. Easy way to do that is to come up into your layers, and I'm going to turn off my object layer. So now I can come and delete these other lines. When I turn my object layer back on, now I have most of my face frame. I can delete a few of these things. Don't need these door panels. If I trim this out, you can see now I've got a face frame. So I can add measurements to that, and I can use this for my face frame drawing. Same thing with the drawer, same thing with the base. Now I've got the start of my base, and I can work off of this. So that's what I want you to do if you're designing your own project. Is you would start out with your multi-view, but then from there we're breaking it down into, there's my face frame, there's my top, this is my top drawer, these will be my sides and my bottom. My bottom drawers are a little bit bigger as far as the depth of them, so I'm changing those. There's my back drawer fronts, top of the base, bottom of the base. Whatever it is that you might have, you need to break these up into individual pieces. So each piece that goes into your project, you will have it drawn out. Again, you don't need your title block. You can just have it drawn out like this. As long as you know what each one is, it may not hurt to label that. Add your measurements, and then you have something that you can work off of.